before I start with what I want to talk about, I want to show you something. This is one of my favorite places where I live. And look over there at those mountains back there. I wish I could zoom this in. Those mountains really bring me a lot of peace and put me into the present moment. So I love to come up here and just stare out over those mountains. And that's what I want to talk about today. Last night I was meditating in the bathtub. And by the way, if you have trouble meditating, a great place to do it is in water. So I was in the bathtub and this word came to me, this term, fear matrix. And I got a visual of that, of a network of dark, constricted, slow-moving, dense energy that sort of permeates and wraps around the planet and through people and around people and snags people into that energy. And I think that came up because I've noticed with myself and certain clients and some friends, you know, just sort of in the atmosphere in general, that people are having circumstances and situations come up where it could go either way. The circumstance could turn out really bad, or it can turn out okay. And what I got from this image and this word, fear matrix, is that we can transcend or not get hooked up in or disconnect ourselves from that energy that's so pervasive. And you know how it goes, you know, you have an idea, or maybe it is something that would be perceived as negative in your life, and you share it with someone else. And maybe you weren't even feeling fear about it, or maybe you were, and someone else adds their concern to that. You know, and that sort of travels through the network and resonates with all of the other fear that's in there. And then it amplifies all of that energy. And if you happen to be really empathic, really open, if you have one of those human design charts that has a lot of white in it, then being in the fear matrix is the last place you want to be, because you're taking in everything from everyone else. And then it becomes kind of like a hall of mirrors where you can't really tell what's yours and what's someone else's. So here's what I got about how you can disconnect from this network of fear. Along with this network of dark, dense, web-like energy that sort of spreads around the planet and snares people up in it, I got this other image of this matrix or this network that feels really light. It looks like a lot of light. It moves fast. It contains possibilities that aren't available in that more dense fear type of energy. And you can tap into that and let go of the fear that may be running through you, or the fear you may be resonating with, simply by being present to your experience right now. And by being present, what I mean is that you're not judging, positive or negative. It's still judgment. So you don't have any expectations about how it will turn out. You don't have any negative feelings about it. You're not projecting that into the future, and you're not looking at the past and dwelling on where it came from, what you regret, and what you would have done differently, right? So being right here, right now means that you are literally right here, right now. The quickest way to get there is to just close your eyes and take a deep breath. So just do that. Just take if you're in a circumstance where it could go either way, and you know what I'm talking about with picking up other people's fears or maybe having your own fears, just stop, close your eyes, and just breathe. A couple of breaths. Now notice how that slows you down enough to feel where you are and be aware of where you are right now. And if you have trouble with that because your mind is going crazy, or you're just not used to dropping everything and taking a few deep breaths and letting it all go, that's okay. Because another way that you can do this is just by doing something that brings all of your attention right into what you're doing. So that could be something as simple as just going and washing some dishes, right? Just going to your sink, washing them by hand. You could put them in the dishwasher, but washing them by hand. Put your hands in that water. Maybe it might even put you in a meditative state, who knows? And you deliberately pay attention to how that feels and what you're doing. And if your mind is still kind of wandering all over the place and you're still feeling like you're not able to get centered and settled in the moment, just stop and feel what you feel in your body and acknowledge it out loud. You know, just stand up or sit down where you are and feel whatever it is. You can put your hand on your heart. You can breathe into your heart and just say out loud, I feel whatever it is. I feel restricted in there. My feet hurt. Whatever it is. And that will bring you back into your body, back into the present moment. And if you continue to do that, one moment at a time, then your attention will no longer be caught up in the fear matrix, but it will be in this place where other possibilities dwell. And you will open yourself up to possibly solutions that you have never thought of. So that's my thought for the day. And as you can tell, the sun's going down, the lights are coming up, the highway's getting loud too. So I'm going to call it a night and get home and enjoy my walk home. So until the next time, be joyful, be vibrant, and be well.